So we got our short rib drum smoker up to 300 degrees. So that's kind of where the magic happens on the drum, and that's where we're gonna be running. The great thing about the short rib, you've got the door here. Here in a minute, I'm gonna open that up, put 2-3 chunks of wood in there, close it back down. You got your thermometer up here, give you a true 300 reading where it's coming out the smokestack. And I've got this set up with a water pan here, fire on one side. So we're gonna go ahead and set our grates in. I've already cleaned them, and we're gonna spray with some oil so we don't let our ribs stick on that side. So I'm gonna come over here, and right over the pan, I'm gonna set my rack of ribs right up, scrunch them up just a little bit, get them exactly the way I want them to cook. We're gonna be rotating these during the cook. Both these racks are sitting right over the water pan. When I want them to get a little sizzle, I'll move the rack around, they'll drip on the fire and get that sizzle that you come to love on the drums. So we're gonna come to put them to bed. We're gonna let them keep cooking here, be checking them periodically. And once we get the color set and where we want them, that backside is gonna start getting a little bit darker. We're gonna move them from here over to the Camp Chef pellet grill. That's kind of where the magic happens. We use this for the old school flavor, and then we change it over to the pellet grill for our heat, and it really does a good job when you do a twofold method like that. So on a drum smoker, everything inside this drum is enhanced. It's not like some smokers. These things are so compact, they're so tight that everything you do is really enhanced on the flavors. You don't have to have a lot of wood to make that good, perfect wood flavor for comp barbecue. You can actually over smoke with one of these if you're not really careful. So we want 3 or 4 good chunks of wood. I love pecan or hickory. To me, barbecue, hickory wood. I have been known to use a little bit of cherry on some of my pork just for the color. Today we're using Papa's Grilling Products wood chunks, and this is the pecan. And these are all just the perfect sizes. You can see what we got right there. And the good news about this short rib drum smoker, you got the door that you just open up. And so I'm just gonna slap me a piece of wood on top. A few chunks around. You're gonna see it start smoking here right away. And we're just gonna let it cook. All right, our ribs have been running about an hour on this short rib drum smoker. We're right at 300 degrees. I want to show you the color that these things have come up with. They really look good. And I'm gonna tell you something, you just can't get much better than this. If we can get out here so you can see them. And we're getting ready to take these off the drum. The back is getting just a little bit dark on these. And so we're gonna take these off and we're gonna get them moved over to the Camp Chef. It's a twofold cook. We're gonna put the flavor on with the drum, move them to the Camp Chef, and get it with the heat exactly where we want to be. And we'll show you that in just a minute. So we've got our Camp Chef running now about 290 to 300 degrees. Let's check these ribs. We moved them over here from the drum. As you can see, they are really starting to look good, starting to set up. I'm gonna tell you, you can't really, you're still able to rub just a little bit off, but it's starting to set the bark, and we're gonna go to spraying them now with this magic blue bottle. We've done this for years, and we've continued to do it, and we just think it puts an awesome color on our product. We're spraying it out now. We're just going to put a light coat of that spray butter on there. It's not really butter. We understand it's got some vegetable oil, some different things in it, but it's magic on ribs, and it really gives it a good color. We're gonna let these keep cooking, and when they get to the color where this will not scratch off here in just a few minutes, we're gonna wrap these and get them back on here in just a few minutes. These are gonna be good. It's been about another hour here with these ribs just cooking and gently smoking right here on the Camp Chef, about 290 degrees. I want you to look at these things. Now this is exactly where we want them. So it's got to a point that you can't scratch the rub off. And so therefore it's time to wrap. The back side, they're just right. I may pick a little bit of that off, but there's nothing burnt, there's nothing dark, there's nothing black. And these are gonna be really, really good. We're gonna bring them in, we're gonna wrap them, and get them right back out here till they get tender. So we're not gonna give our 100% wrapping recipe away because you gotta have a little bit of something in the bank. But I will say that all of these products pretty much are gonna be used during the wrap. We're gonna use a little hottie toddy and all queued up barbecue sauce, a little bit of parquet butter. We're gonna probably not use this on the wrap, but we are gonna re-season with a little bit of the sweet thing. I pour about a 1/4 cup mellow yellow or sun-drop soda in that wrap and just a little sugar in the raw. Not gonna give complete quantities on that, but that's the basic wrap setup that I'm gonna wrap here. We're gonna go ahead and get this done, put it back on the smoker, 290 degrees till it gets probe tender. They're gonna be running about 208 to 210. And then when that probe slides through like butter, these ribs are gonna be done. We'll glaze them and then we're gonna try them. But this is exactly what we want them to look like. We can't scratch the rub off. They're not too dark. They look just about right. We're gonna pick just a little bit of some of this black off around these bones to keep that from getting in our wrap. On a competition rib only. We wouldn't worry about it if it was backyard. We're gonna get that done. We're gonna wrap them and these are gonna come out really good, I think. So we got our ribs wrapped and I like to keep them on these little racks here. Just makes it easy. I can put 2 racks of ribs on one of these. And really on one of these, I'm cooking up on what I call the microwave chef. This is the one right up top here. I'm gonna slide it right across. The fire pot's right down into the bottom. And I've got the heat deflector on. It's not just an open fire, it's a heat deflector. So it's a real gentle smoke, convection cooking on the Camp Chef. Papa's Grilling Products, hickory pellets, does a great job, puts a good color on these. These are gonna run 45 minutes to an hour and then we're gonna start probing. We are gonna flip them over one time and just continue to probe. When they get probe tender, they'll be done. We're gonna show you next how we cut them and sauce them, and we're gonna eat them. So these are gonna be good. Boy, these ribs really come out good. As you can see, they're perfect mahogany, the right color, and I think the texture is gonna be really good on them. So the only part that we didn't show you was just the saucing of these ribs, and then we put them out. So let me tell you exactly what we did. We used 50/50 all queued up competition blend barbecue sauce and Sweet Southern Shine hottie toddy, and we used a half a stick of butter. And we use actually when I mix this for competition, I'll do 1 cup each of that with a half a stick of butter in it. And that makes the sauce a little bit more pliable. It thins it out just a little bit and it gives you that good deep shine that we got on these ribs. We put them back out on the smoker for about 3 or 4 minutes and turn the smoke setting up on the Camp Chef just a touch. Of course, we don't want to dry these out. We want that gloss on there, and that's kind of what you got. So we picked out 3 good ones here, and now I'm going to try one of these. On our finishing dust for these ribs, I use 50% of my all queued up bold seasoning, and then 50% of my go-to barbecue rub. We always finish off just a little bit with that, and it just takes them over the top. As you can see, we got a good mahogany rib. And I think we're gonna have a good bite. Let's go and see what these taste like and see what we're working with. Boy, you can't beat that. Tastes good, right on the money, and got sauce all over my mouth. That's exactly what we like. St. Louis cut, competition style, spare ribs. Cooked for flavor on the short rib drum smoker and then moved over to the Camp Chef pellet grill to finish up. I'm gonna tell you, it's a hybrid method, but it works and it comes out good. I'm John Lindsay, Arkassippi Smoke Live, and the all queued up competition steak and barbecue team. Folks, we'll see you down the barbecue trail. See you next time. Hey everybody, thanks for watching today's video. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do so. Just click right here. Be sure and follow us on all of our social media outlets, including our website at steakrubs.com. To watch our latest video, be sure and click right here. I'm John Lindsay, and I'll see you down the barbecue trail.